Hello everyone, Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace, and I am once again here for the Margarete Miller Weekly Challenge, and we're on week 11. As you know, I've been struggling with these a little bit, and this one was a little bit easier to get together for who knows whatever reason. I really couldn't say. I don't know. But it came together a little bit easier, kind of, sort of. So let's go over the prompts and see what we need. We need an object that makes a familiar sound, something found in space, an art scrap, something soft, a set of 3 of something, and the bonus is tissue paper or napkin. So what I am going to start off with is the tissue paper or napkin. This is a napkin. And I'm going to use this as my background. So I'm going to get this on just by, let me put my magazine that I use to glue with underneath there, because I don't want to get any glue on the other pages, and I'm gonna have to layer this up. And so we'll just get this part down real quick. This is what I want to do first. And I'm gonna have to do it in 2 sections. And I don't know what it's gonna look like overlapped, but I don't really care. It doesn't really matter. If it shows that it's overlapped, I don't think that's going to matter for me. So this other piece is pretty much almost covers the whole thing, but not quite. So I'm just going to put it like this. And, it's not going to cover the whole thing. I cut it off a little bit too short, didn't I? I did. Oh well, I'll put some ink or something on there to make that not look so like it's missing something. Oh me, that'll be all right. Didn't get it under that so well, did I? Anyway, thank you guys for coming back and watching my videos. I hope you are enjoying watching. I am enjoying doing them, and I appreciate all of you coming along, and I appreciate all of my subscribers that have subscribed and are coming along, watching what I do, and I hope that you find some inspiration in what I do. Let's move that up just a smidgen. And if you do, then that is all for the good, because that's what I want you to get, is some inspiration from what I do, and I hope that you do get that. Okay, see, it's not going to really show. It doesn't matter. It's the night sky. That's what I'm calling this. This is the night sky. So if it's a little bit yeah, see, I cut that a little bit short. Cut it ahead of time. And I cut it shorter than I meant to, but it's okay too. That is okay too. So now I get this up. And we'll cut this off. So I should have moved it from this magazine, because it's stuck. And I'll use a little piece of this to do it across the end there where it is missing something. We're just going to cut this off. I got a little bit missing here, you can see, and a little bit missing up here at the top. So we'll just put some pieces on there. Wow, it really stuck. So I guess that's good. It's not going anywhere. And I guess that's good. All right, let's see if I can't tell where I need to cut. So we'll have to do it from this direction. So I'm using this as my background, and I want this to appear like the night sky. That's a little bit rough. I didn't really get that cut off that good. That's okay too. I might go back and do it later. So like I said, glad you guys had come along, and I do appreciate. I meant to pull up my sleeves. If I didn't, they get in my way. Okay, so that is my tissue. And I'm just going to, so I'm sitting down now, so I'm not going to be able to see my camera as well. So I'm just going to put a little bit across here and do this here just to cover up that. Just like that. There. So I thought this sort of looked like the night sky. And that is my tissue. So then the next thing is something found in space. And I found this moon here. So I am going to put the moon down. Let's see, does that need to, no, that can just tear off. There we go. Okay, so that's my napkin. Now, something that I do want to do, because this is a more blue-black than this is, I don't mind that, but I thought if I tried a little bit of brown ink around the edge of this, I tore this out. This was just a picture of the moon as you see it, and I just tore around the halo part of where the moon is shining. But I thought if I did a little bit of brown around the edge of this, that it could possibly blend in a little bit better. And I am probably going to like that idea. But let me take my magazine here and do it a little bit more like that, a little bit further in. And I'm hoping that'll kind of blend that bluish black in a little bit better with the background of that, although it doesn't really matter. I just thought it might look like it blends a little better. Hope I don't lose my little pieces. I got lots of little pieces over here. Okay, so this is something found in space, right here. And I'm not sure where I'm not gluing it down quite yet, because I am not sure exactly where I think I want to put that. I don't know if I want it more in the middle. And then an art scrap, and I cut out, this is a piece of art scrap, and I show you the piece I used. Cut it out of this piece right here. And this is gold rub and buff, so I used that and cut out that star. And I'm going to stick that up here somewhere. Not sure if it's going to be there or if it's going to be somewhere a little different, but it's going to be up there somewhere. Okay. And then I want to put something soft. So I am going with bird feathers. They're kind of soft, and that's what I'm going to go with. So I have these, and I think they're a Turin. I think that's what they were called. They came out of the moon came out of a children's science, kind of a random question and answer sort of science book. And that's where the moon came from. You know, that's an art scrap. And then these came out of a guidebook, bird guide of North American birds. And I think this is a Turin. So I'm putting them here. Okay. And then a set of 3. Well, that's going to also be the birds. So they're doing double duty. And then an object that makes a familiar sound. I had a hard time with this one because I first thought, well, the birds would make a sound. But, yeah, but it's not, I don't know if that's considered an object or not since it's a live something. But I did find this little rocket, and I think a rocket makes a familiar sound. If you've, you know, when you've seen rockets take off in movies or in real life, they make a specific sound. It's a lot louder than a plane. It's a lot different roaring sound than other flying transportation, we'll call it. So I'm using that as an object that makes a familiar sound. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to take everything off but the moon, and then I'm going to glue the moon down. But then, before I glue anything else down, I am going to do some gold splatters. But I don't want it on the birds, and I don't want it on the rocket. I just, because I want, that another thing that to try to blend in this with the other. So I'm going to put down the moon. And like I said, I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm going to move it up just a little bit because I want more room for the birds down here. And do them something like that. The rocket will be something like that. And the star, I'm going to do something like that. And the rocket is circling the moon. So I want the moon just a little bit above center. So I like this one because this is me. It all seemed to, I could get things that seem to belong together. And that's what I like to do. I don't know what it is about me. I like to have them be somewhat related. So this one came together a little easier, but I didn't think it was going to. I've been in a little bit of a slump. I've been trying to work on my steampunk journal, and it's not going as smoothly as I think it should. I mean, it's going well enough. It's not like it's a problem or anything, but I'm just, I'll just go through and look, and then I'm going, I don't know where I want to put this or that, the other. So anyway, so there's that. Now let me do my splattering. I am going to splatter with, and I have found this to be the best thing for me. I can seem to do this better than anything else when I splatter. I'm not very good at splattering, but I have gold ink, like you use with a pen, a dip pen or whatever. I'm going to use that to splatter with. So let me get that. Let me find it. Here it is. I think this is the gold. I think this is the gold. So here it is. I love little boxes. I have gold, black, white. Yes, this is gold. So we're going to use that to splatter with. And I got this idea from somebody else. Somebody else was using this. I am not remembering who that is at the moment. I saw it some time ago. Now, I don't know that I want any splatters on my moon. So I might have to find me a circle. I think I have one. It's a little bit big. I think I have a smaller circle somewhere that I can put over the moon. I can punch another one if I don't. So let me get my punch. I think it's probably 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches. 1.5 will be okay. I think this one's 2 inches, yeah. Okay, so let me get my punch. Hold on. So I'm going to cover up the moon. That's a little bit bigger than the moon, but I don't want it over the moon. Excuse me. So let me shake up my ink, get my little container here. It's an ashtray from Dollar Tree. And let me get my splatter brush right here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, because this has got a small little opening and I'm using a fan brush, I pour a little bit out. Not much, don't need much. Just pour a little bit out. Oh wow, look at it, look at it. It's bubbling. Wow. That is interesting. Can you see it? Can you see it moving? Wow, it's reacting to something that was in this little container before, I guess. Oh wait, I need my little splatter box too. Hold on. I have to have a splatter box. I get this everywhere. Like I said, I'm not very good at splattering. So let me get this over here. I also do not know if I want it to be on the other side. That is still reacting to whatever was in, whatever I used in this before. That is very, very, very interesting. Okay, so let's try it. Yes, see, ink does so well. I love it. Okay, so that is that. See, I like using this because the ashtray, because I can rest my brush where the cigarettes go. That is still reacting. That is so weird. Look at that. It's still bubbling, moving. Can you see that? Isn't that interesting? That is very interesting. I've never used this with on the plastic before. This is a plastic ashtray. I did it on, I usually use a little jar, not a jar, a little tiny glass bowl. And I've never used it on this before. That is so weird. Weird, very weird. Okay, but I love how it splatters. And so now let me pick up the circle. There we go. And now we look like we have some constellations. It's now, how dry is it? Dry. It's dry. Dry enough. Okay, now let's get our little pieces back out. Again, thank you for coming along and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed and would like to, it's free to do so. And I would love for you to subscribe, see what else I do. I am going to, so thank you to all of my subscribers, and thank you who haven't subscribed but are coming along to watch. So there we are. Now we can just put down the rest of this collage. I really needed to not be quite so straight up and down. So I'm just gonna, could even make, it looks like shooting stars there. So put a little bit more on there. And let's put down the birds. And then we'll go over and see, make sure I've got everything. I was thinking that I would not be using something that makes an object that makes a familiar sound, because I couldn't find a little rocket that fit, or that I wanted to use because it was over something else. The other side of the page had something that I would prefer to use some other time down the road. But I finally found that little tiny rocket, and it is just the right size. See, I got gold on my mat here. Oh well, that's okay. When it gets too much stuff on it, I will get another one. I actually have some in reserve already, so not a problem. I do try not to get too much stuff on my filming mat, though. See, he's got to go like this. Yeah, that's how he has to go. Okay, I'm gonna get my rocket down here, going around the moon. It is pouring down rain today, and it has gotten, I mean, it was like, been in the 70s the last few days, and it is like high of 45 today. And pouring down rain. So, we are having a wet day in Georgia. A rainy day in Georgia. And then we are going to have one big star right here. And I'm just going to stick it right there. Okay. And that is my collage for this week 11. Week 11. Now this has got to go on the top, right like that. I'm going to take my art scrap and punch another star to go over on that side. And it is this punch. So I'm just going to punch another star right here. I'll use it on this side. And I may go back and splatter some of that, and I'm I won't cover the whole page, obviously, with the napkin, or I would have done that already. But I do think I'll take a part of it, part of this piece that came off the edge of this, and tear the edges so that it is not straight. Like that, and then I can just fit that like that, or underneath there like that. Stick my star on it, and that might be my little, I may do something else if I find something else I want to do, I don't know. And do it kind of like that. Just put a little bit of something over there for a little bit of interest over there. And then I might do splatters again, but I will cover up this writing so you won't get splatters on that and can't read it. So that is my collage for this week, week 11. I appreciate you coming along. Again, thank you for those who have subscribed, and you haven't subscribed and you'd like to, hit the notification bell or the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll get further videos from me. I am working on a steampunk journal, and I am videoing that process. So you might want to consider joining me for that. Moving in just a little bit. So that is my collage for this week. I like this one. That turned out pretty good. So anyway, again, thank you for coming along, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.